Welcome. Everyone, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. This, the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched. And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
Now here's Conley. No good from Gasol. Here we go, one-on-one. Harden outside. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here is Conley. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gasol. Allen with the rebound.
He's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Now, here is Harden. Pass to Green. Back to Harden. Dallas moving the ball around. Gasol knocks it away. And he gets it back. And the basket is good.
I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Harden lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Allen, that's good.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
And the turnover again by Denver. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Gasol. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Mavericks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Now, here is Harden. He has 5. Six to shoot. Here's Allen. Second shot opportunity. It doesn't go for him. Gasol with the defensive effort. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
Now, here is Harden after the Marcus Olmis. Down low. Here's Love.
Oh, guys, Kevin Love with the power finish there.
Harden with it. Picked up by Love. Back to Gasol. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Marc Gasol.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Gasol with the defensive effort.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Fast break, Dallas. From deep, Green. And so Gasol will bring it up for Denver. 7-point differential. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Conley. .105 left to play here in the first.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Ntilikina. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Outside, Lynn. Shot from 12. No good on that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ntilikina. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Ntilikina's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Here's Lynn. Lynn grabs the board.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
And so it's the Dallas Maverick. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
To the paint. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. From deep. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Ntilikina. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And the way Ntilikina runs the floor, determined to beat everyone to the basket.
I think when you talk about the Dallas Mavericks, it's not hard to think about the ownership. Driven, intelligent, committed, and the team has embodied those traits.
And even though the Mavericks had a couple of bad years in a row, this franchise remains rock solid.
Well, think about they've had consistency from the top down. It's a pioneering organization that's always looking at the next innovation. And remember, they have a very strong fan base.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. Back to Len. From 12 feet out. Ntilikina can't hit. The Nuggets trailed by 12. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
So explosive moving towards the basket. Ntilikina is terrific at getting into the lane.
Denver calls timeout. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And the shot goes in.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Outside, Robinson. To the right side. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. Clock at 4. Allen with it. Gasol covering.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Conley with it. Kicks it out to Love. Back to Conley. Denver passing it around. Down low. Gasol. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And that's 13 points for Marc Gasol. Harden scanning the floor. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
Harden's shot is off.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Pass to O'Neal. Back to Conley. Outside for Gasol. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Launches a three. Robinson pulls it in.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
Outside Gasol. Conley surveying the D. To the inside. And it's Love missing. Mavericks leading by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks call time here.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Both teams will make substitutions. .51 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
I'll tell you, with that being a second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate. Someone guys love to be around. A guy that plays well with just about anybody.
To the inside. Here's Love. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection. How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play. Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
This all no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Dotson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
The Nuggets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Good on the second free throw. Green inside the three-point line. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. Mavericks ahead, leading by 14. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Pass to Hill. Here's Ntilikina. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, we've seen this over the course of George Hill's career. So savvy, finding the open man.
Here's Ntilikina. Mbamute with it. Guarded by O'Neal. The shot by Len. Wide open. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Into the lineup for the Nuggets.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Ball stolen. Here's Hill. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Substitution.
Outside Conley. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Dallas calls timeout. So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture. That makes so much sense. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
And the rejection by Love. Pass to Conley. Rejected by Len.
And Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Ntilikina. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marco Bellinelli picks one up.
Okay.
Doris, when you look at Frank Ntilikina, the first thing that might strike you is how long his arms really are.
Right, that wingspan in the 7'1" mark. And I'll tell you what you like is that Ntilikina really knows how to use that length to his advantage on the defensive end.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Back to Harden. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
And it's Harden slamming it down.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Conley left side. To the middle. And Love gets it to go. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
See, I like when Kevin Love goes to his high percentage game on the interior. He has the size, he has the touch.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup. You can see the reason it can be a tough day down low, and he's going after it on the glass. Some serious length to contend with.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Harden's shot is good.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
And that one drops. 6 points for Conley. Mavericks leading by 15. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. Here's Harden on the wing. Inside. Mbah-a-Moute. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams changing it up here. And the Mavericks call time here. Well, Luke Mbah-a-Moute, a defensive specialist out of UCLA.
You know, he's probably a natural small forward, but this is a guy that can defend literally 1 through 5. I mean, his offensive confidence has also grown through the years and starting to develop a reliable three-point shot, even making some plays from time to time off the dribble.
There's a minute 34 left in the third. Lynn looking it over. Got a piece of it. And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
1:16 left in the third. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 12. Collins with the block. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Lynn with the ball. Knocks it loose. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Dallas moving it around. Pass to Allen. On the wing, Hill. 6 on the shot clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, another turnover. But guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Outside, Lynn. It's stolen by Hill. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gasol on the high post. Pass to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Tipped away. Allen for the three. James Harden getting it done for the... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Nuggets trail by 15. Now Conley. To the middle. Here's Bellinelli. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Bellinelli's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Denver. Harden with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. And slam dunk by Allen.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way. Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
O'Neal misses.
Boy, a kick-out's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
And he comes up with the deuce.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Outside Gasol. Back to Conley. Releases from 15. Connects. The jumper drops. And that's 17 points for Marc Gasol.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have. Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Stolen by Allen. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Cans it from downtown. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Back to Love. That one's not going to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And Love throws it down.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Harden's shot is off. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Denver. They trail by 16. Here's Van Vliet. Inside. Back to Gasol. Lets it go from deep.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just one in the first.
Back to Ba'amute. To the paint. Here's Allen. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
Here's Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 19 points.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Right side Gasol. 6 to shoot. Harden can't hit.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Bucket is good.
And I really like to see Gasol go up with the shot immediately after getting the pass. Shows how much confidence he has in himself.
Denver passing it around. Van Vliet looking around. Back to Gasol. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. 21 points in the game.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Mavericks.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Boy, we got to see this guy's full range of offensive ability. He scored at every opportunity and in every way imaginable.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
It's good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And finished off by Conley. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 assists.
Hey, guys, you got to ask, Where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
And Amute drops them both. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Bellinelli. Over Green. Kept alive. To the inside. Here's Love. He shoots again. A nice shot by Gasol. And here's Harden. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.